How do I make my weight loss efforts more effective? We've all been there. We're trying to lose some weight and it just doesn't seem to be happening. Or we get off to a great start and then we plateau and then we get discouraged and then we quit and then we stop. You know, I met a guy who was the winner of the Biggest Loser contest, which was a television show. He said there was this one episode where everything changed for him and he realized that what he was doing wasn't gonna work, and he realized why he hadn't lost weight. He said, I've lost over 1,000 pounds, but he was still overweight. Why? Because every time he lost some weight, he gained back more than what he lost. And he added it all up. He said, I've lost over 1,000 pounds. Can you imagine if you lost over 1,000 pounds and you're still overweight? Crazy, right? But why is that? Well, the answer to the why is the word why. And so listen, I'm gonna do a bunch of videos over the next few weeks. I'm gonna tell you about a dozen or so reasons why your weight loss efforts aren't working well and how to make sure they always work well. And the first one is basically that word why, because it depends on your why. If your why is not a strong why, you're not gonna succeed as well as the next person does. So a quick story, I was sitting at a seminar and it was a wellness seminar for doctors, wellness practitioners, chiropractors, and naturopaths and so on. And a lady came up to speak. She was the opening presenter for the weekend seminar. And she stood there, she looked great. She said, last year I lost 100 pounds. And everybody clapped for her. And she said, I did it doing these things, and which was like improving her emotional stability, you know, better eating habits and some exercise, which was great. But you go, how is it that she lost 100 pounds in 1 year and that she kept it off? This is what happened. She said the prior year, a year ago, her sister died. Her sister was overweight and so was she. They both were very unhealthy and they had some chronic issues, and her sister passed away. Her sister had 4 little kids. These 4 kids didn't have a dad, didn't have anybody else. All they had was her. And now their aunt, the surviving sister, was gonna take care of them. And she knew if her lifestyle didn't change, if she didn't lose some weight, she would die and these kids would have no one. And they would go into the system. And that was her motivation. She loved her sister's little kids. And she wanted to be there for them. She wanted to be their mother and to raise them and to make sure they had some sort of stability in their life. That was her motivation. That was her why. And every day she would see those kids and every day she'd go, I know why I'm doing this. Guess what? There's no reason she would quit. With that kind of motivation pushing her, she wasn't gonna quit. What's your why? Why did you start losing weight? Why did you want to lose weight in the first place? That's what you have to clarify. If you're clear on that, and if it's a strong enough why, guess what? You don't have to push. You're gonna get pulled. You're gonna get pulled to that. Now, I told you there's a dozen other ways to make your weight loss efforts more effective, and those same dozen reasons are the reason your weight loss efforts are failing right now. This is just one of them, but it's a big one. What's your why? Define your why and make sure it's something that pulls you, like gravity. It pulls you toward that ideal body composition that you want. And you're probably asking, what's your why? I'll tell you what mine is. It's very simple, but it's powerful to me. This may not be yours, but for me, it's the biggest motivation to change my body composition. And that why is, I want my outside appearance to represent exactly who I am on the inside. I know who I am. I'm someone who's disciplined. I'm someone who's enthusiastic. I'm someone who's positive. I'm someone who's motivated. I'm someone who's all about personal improvement. Well, I want my outside appearance to represent that. I don't want there to be an incongruency. And that's my motivation. And every day I think about that. And so I push forward towards what I want. You got to enjoy your life too. That helps me enjoy my life. What's your why? Find out your why. Your weight loss efforts will be more effective.